I want to discuss Mena today, but let's mostly talk about the oxytocin hormone that's found in women and how it makes us so addictive to men, especially a masculine energy woman. Here we go. Okay, we know that Safari released those videos about her, and she got some stuff she needs to work on. But I remember I told y'all, masculine energy women, most of the time they're very pretty women. They're women that look super feminine. I don't know why that is, but masculine energy women to me don't really have a look. But you find it a lot in real pretty women. But what I wanted to also talk about is, and this is just my opinion. I'm not no type of therapist or anything. I'm in the medical field, but I'm not a therapist or nothing like that. Let me read this to women especially. And that's why when you meet somebody and if you're dating them and they're not looking for a commitment, it's best not to be having casual or having intercourse with men, especially that that don't want a commitment or you just met them. Don't do that to yourself. And I'm going to tell you why. It says, let me talk about the oxytocin, the love hormone. It says most liberated sexual active women believe they can maintain self-centered control over their emotions after sex. What they don't realize is the casual, non-contracted sex is a normal woman's trigger, a bonding that verges a physical addiction. This is due to sexual stimulated hormones, oxytocin, which I think is happening. When Safari said that he was still being intimate with her, which he said he stopped, but I think that she was going through that. And I also think that's why women become so toxic and obsessed with certain men. AKA Miss Arionne Curry. She's very obsessed with Martell. And she was so obsessed with him. And the reason why is because oxytocin. He kept messing with her. And it became an addiction. And one thing about, and Arionne Curry is also in her masculine energy. Masculine energy women, from what I have seen, are things that I have noticed in masculine energy women. They are very controlling. They are very about themselves, and they will destroy a man's life. They going to look how Mena is acting with Safari. Look what Arionne Curry did with Martell, which Martell, not saying that he's not the cause of his own marriage being destroyed, because he is, but at the same time, because he kept doing the things that he was doing and being intimate with Arionne Curry, she was in her masculine energy and she was going to do her best. She was so obsessed with him and she became so addictive with him that she did everything she can and she destroyed his life with his wife. So let's finish reading this. It says, we talking about the oxytocin, the love hormone in women. And this both applies to feminine energy feminine women and masculine energy women. But it mostly affects, to me, masculine energy. Well, it applies to both. So I guess it can kind of have the same effect because a woman is a woman. So it says, let's finish reading it. It says, which is predominant in females and which triggers orgasms. Soon the sound of his voice, the look on his face, the touch of his hands, even the smell of his cologne becomes intensely associated with the addictive pleasures that oxytocin brings. And it keeps her bonded to him even if they are separated. Look at Mena, how he put the video. It shows her climbing a ladder, jumping over this man's gate at 5 a.m. That's crazy. And it also says, I'm gonna read this and this is a doctor saying this even worse. According to Maria Carmichael, PhD at Stanford University, is that women who are sexually aroused by the taste, touch, sight, smell, and sound of a man can love that man addictively, which the man remains physically non-committed. And that's why you got so many women, a lot of them in a masculine energy that want to control the situation, keep talking to a man that they know that is not going to commit to them. It's just because of this, the oxytocin. That's why it's also good if you just meeting somebody, or I'm talking about women. If you just meeting somebody and you seeing this dude have all these red flags, but you are so physically attracted to him, you need to look past that and start thinking. I say this in a lot of my videos. Think. It don't matter how good he look. Think. If he's showing you red flags, or he telling you stuff out of his mouth, or he even telling you straight to your face, he don't want a commitment. Don't sleep with him. Because most of the time you're in your masculine energy if you sleep with him, and if he's telling you he don't want to be committed to you. Don't sleep with him, because when I always say about masculine energy women, they always try to control a situation they cannot control. If a man don't want you, don't try to make him want you. That's masculine energy. You're trying to force something. But also because of this oxytocin, this hormone inside of you triggers you, makes you addicted to him. And that's when most of the time, a lot of masculine energy women, it leads from sexual addiction turns into obsessive addiction when it comes to that man. I'm going to read you another part of this book. This is how I feel like women that are in a masculine energy, and why Mena is kind of lashing out so bad at Safari, even though they're no longer married, is because of stuff like this. I'm going to read y'all a little bit of story in this book. It says, have you ever become compulsive when a relationship starts to go AWOL? Most of us have. It starts with a panicky feeling that pushes you into impulsive and compulsive behavior that gets worse and worse until your relationship slowly disintegrates into an addictive one. You are most afraid of the nothingness, that you are frustrated and resentful, and so you're hanging on addictively. And that's why that woman that feels like that, especially a masculine energy woman, you cannot sleep. That's like a lot of women, they'll still sleep with their baby daddies, or they'll still sleep with a man that they know is no good to them. They know he ain't. But that's why you become so compulsive and addictive, because of the oxytocin hormone inside of you. And like I said, this video I'm not going to be on here too much long about this, but that's why women really need to think. I said this in other videos, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep talking about masculine energy in women. I'm going to keep talking about it because it needs to be said, because it's tons and tons and tons of masculine energy women. That's why you have the culture now of openly side chick culture. It's always been like that, even back in generations before, where it's always been a woman will sleep with someone's husband and be his mistress for a while. But now you got shows openly, I wouldn't say shows, but people are promoting side chick culture now. You got that just openly, people having discussions about it. Women, masculine energy women, discussingly open about this on TikTok. Women saying on platforms, how can I go by getting another woman's husband? Stuff like that, just boldly. We have a lot of masculine energy women, and if that man sleeps with that woman and she become addictive, that's kind of on him. That's why you got to be careful. And that's why even Safari is going through, I hate he going through the stuff he's going through with her, because they got 2 beautiful kids. But hey, Don't sleep with her. He said he stopped, and that's good, but we have that hormone that rises in us, oxytocin, and makes us bond with men. So I'm getting off now. Just another video. If you like my content, like, subscribe, but mostly what I like, even if you don't subscribe, comment. I would like to get feedback. I like to see what people think of what I'm talking about. Anyway, until next time.